everybody, and welcome to Game 2 of Decepticats Episode 6. I'm Decepticats, with you as always. We're doing a few more replays this episode than usual. Usually only do one, but I'm going to be doing 3 this time. I've already done 1. You can go check that out if you didn't watch it. Just to try to get as many of these replays that were submitted to me in as possible before 3.17 hits, and none of them are watchable anymore. So, without further ado, let's get to the player introductions. We've got Freebooter ak3120, who is playing the Commando Knob, and then we have BanaB, who is playing the Plague Champion. So let's get this game started. I'm not sure of what the skill ratings of these players is. As I said, 3.17 is coming, and most people have signed up for the beta and reset their ladder score. So I would guess, from having watched this replay, that it's about, I want to say, 1600, 1700, maybe? I'm sorry if I'm incorrect. I probably shouldn't be guessing, but just want to give people context. So we got some interesting capture patterns here. We've got ak3120 going for the central victory point between the two bases. This is usually the most contested point on this map, as it is easy to ninja and also easy to defend. And then a little bit of an encounter between the Commando Knob and the Plague Champion here. Now he's not actually... yeah, there we go. Oh, retreating.
Your forces obey you.
He could have stayed in this green cover and put a bit of pressure on that Plague Champion while he captured. At least get a little bit of chip damage in there. Chip damage being a Street Fighter term, but I think it works for this. Oh, stun bomb. Oh, and it nails the squad. Perfect stun bomb there. And now the Commando Knob's chiming in with his rat-a-tat as well. He probably didn't need to retreat there, actually, especially with double shoot a support there. Hammering away at the Plague Champion now as the Heretics are coming in for a flank, and this Shoot-A-Boy squad's looking a bit light. Can the Heretics catch it? They cannot. Only 3 Heretics left, and this squad's going to take a few model losses as well on retreat. Meanwhile, these Heretics, we have double Heretics from BanaB and double Shootas from Freebooter, who I believe goes by ak3120. We'll just call him Ak. So Ak's capping up here with his Sluggas. So, the Plague Champion's out here, decapping this fully matured wreck point. Commando Knob comes in to try to save it, who is upgrading with the Assassin's Knife, an often underrated war gear. Right now, map control is somewhat equal, slightly favoring Ak, red player.
Who among you shall rise?
No big shooters on the Shoot-A-Boys yet, and no burners on the Sluggas either. Assassin's Knife is finished. Havoc's out now for BanaB, setting up back here, while Worship goes on at home, presumably to top off health before returning to battle. Heretics, the Aspiring Champ, chase the Sluggas off, and managed to claim a model on the way. We have a full gen farm up for BanaB, whereas we only have 1 generator up for Ak. A bit of a wogpot there. Big Shooters now on this squad. On that one. Nice Doom Blast. Didn't manage to catch both squads though. Force melee here might get the Heretic squad. It does not, as this squad retreats immediately upon spotting the Aspiring Champion squad. And the Havocs get in there as well. Slug is coming in now along with the Commando Knob. We're going to see a stab there. We do not. And with the Doom Blast, the Sluggas are somewhat neutralized. Nice stun bomb as the Havocs try to load into the building. Sluggers are driven off between the Plague Champion and the aspiring Champion Heretics, however. Since this is 3.16, I would have expected to see an Assassin stab there. There it goes on the Champion to take him down. That won't be possible once 3.17 hits, as this Champion will share damage with the whole squad in a Soul Link fashion. Blue is way behind in victory points at the moment, as he has not yet contested this point until this time. But he is going tier 2, and from the resources we see that Ak is about 60 power away from doing the same. Shoot is coming to defend the point. With the Champion flanking, he would be best served forcing melee on one of these squads, actually. But now the Commando Nubs joined in, and T2 is going to have to retreat. One thing that's tricky to get down in Dawn of War 2 that I myself often struggle with is being able to read an encounter before you go into it. What this means is when you have some units on the field, and you spot some enemy units, being able to quickly assess whether or not you'll be able to win that battle. The faster you can do this, and the more reliably and accurately you can do this, means the better your encounters are going to be. Now we have the Havocs raining damage from this building. It also will increase your on-field time. Like right now, these units shouldn't be here. This decap is not necessarily worth losing 2 models. 3 models. And now you've got aspiring champions in both of the Heretic squads. But Ak is finally going for tier 2 as well. Full retreat here. Might have been able to actually swing around here and come in this building for safety. But perhaps just didn't notice in time. Commando hanging out here. Queued up with the upgrade for the special shooter. I guess thinking that BanaB would have spammed Chaos Marines, he went for the Assassin's Knife, and now realizing that he's going Heretics, feels the special shooter would be a better choice. But a Blood Crusher is on the way. Almost half done for BanaB. But again, victory points are still heavily favoring red. Blue has not had control for much of the game. This Gen Bash is a bit ill-advised. I know he thinks that he might be getting this Blood Crusher out ahead of AK's tier 2, but if he's not, or tier 2 doesn't require any power to get anti-vehicle. Tank Busters are a power-free vehicle counter. It would be much better if he was out capping this victory point. This is just not doing anything here. But here comes the charge and the mass retreat from the shooters. And now queuing up a Death Dread. And back to power bashing here. Again, when your victory points are 200 plus down, go for the victory point. Over the power bash, that is. You could maybe leave one squad here to power bash, but another one could go cap. The hero certainly could be out capping. But meanwhile, Ak has almost the 3 cap up. This Blood Crusher is doing quite a bit of nice damage, retreating away from the Death Dread, which I find surprising. I was under the understanding that Blood Crusher was much better at smashing vehicles than a Death Dread. Well, I suppose he has far less hit points. And now he is, because he is upgraded with the burners and bits here. Is he gonna get the champ there? Only 2 models, only the champion left now. 110 hit points, 90, and he's gonna get away. We've got Bloodletters out now for BanaB. Although, I'm not sure why he didn't just grab an autocannon on his Havoc squad here. Autocannon would have been a very nice counter to the Shoot-a-Blob as well as the Death Dread. Teleport in for the Bloodletters now. But they are just not doing anything there. That is a weird bit of a bug there. They teleported to the Death Dread and just kind of hung out. Said hello. How's it going? How you doing? Nurgle Worship does do the usual demon heal to Bloodletters, but nothing more. Again, though, a Generator Bash, and this victory point needs to be capped. This victory point needs to be capped. Meanwhile, these Sluggas do have Burnas now and are doing their own Gen Bash. And again, Ak still has no hard vehicle counter, so this Blood Crusher could just roam about with these Bloodletters, smashing stuff up. I don't know if Terrifying Howl was the best choice of the energy there, but it did disperse the shooters for a moment and give his Heretics a moment to try to decap this power point. But Ak has this power point too, so, and fully built up. Is he going to be able to get that Death Dread with those Bloodletters? They are unsuppressible, so they don't mind this turret quite as much as other units, and they can always pop invulnerability if they need to get out of there. But they pop invulnerability and then hit retreat immediately, which is a common mistake. When you hit retreat, you lose all invulnerability or overshield bonuses. One hit from the Blood Crusher and this Death Dread will go down. Come on, Blood Crusher. No, he's choosing instead to go for the Shooters. BanaB is just hanging out here, picking away with his special Shooter. It looks like the Sluggas did go down over here during their Gen Bash. And for the first time, Blue is in heavy favor on victory point control. Map control is starting to swing Blue's way as well. Oh, just one more hit on this guy. Oh, more than one, but you know, not very many. And this Havoc squad is being wholly underused in my opinion. An autocannon would be amazing in this situation. A ranged blob of squishy units does not like an autocannon. We do have some... Oh, that's just some shooters with Hide the Boys on them. Although it looks like two members are not quite cloaked. I don't know if that's just a bug in the replay, as it does have the blue halo around them. Meanwhile, this Heretic squad just bashing.
You are losing us a victory point.
At this point, a Gen Bash doesn't matter to Ak. He has 260 power, so this is fruitless. Much better served capping this point, We're joining up with the rest of BanaB's forces. I guess he's hoping for total map control here so that he can push Ak into his base and keep him there. BanaB's now going tier 3, but I believe Ak already has gone tier 3. Oh, just got a weird boy at tier 2. The Plague Champion now does have his Plague Fist and his Fetid Armor, and used his nice little Pestilence ability there to drive off the Shooters. See, now the Havocs are being used to cap. No, to defend this victory point. Could do much more down here. Nice Warp Vomit there. Those Heretics are going to have to get out of there. Only 3 members left. Bloodletters do go down. And those Heretics, I believe that's probably a misclick that they worshipped. Unless they were trying to top off this Blood Crusher or save the Bloodletters. This Blood Crusher's gonna have to get out of here as well, as the Slugga boys do have their Knob and Burnas, and they are repairing the Death Dread. We have a Chaos Predator on the way for BanaB now. Not a bad choice. We should do well with most of what Ak is fielding. Not absolutely necessary to hit retreat here. These guys definitely need to get back and think about reinforcing, but the Plague Champion was at full health. He could have easily gone and taken this point, or circled back over here to meet up with some more troops. On-field time is a big